Wish we had more time to spare. Want you around me like air. Can get my feelings involved, and then you not be there until
I'm helping people, bitch.
you care. I wanna keep you around. People like us are so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare. I wanna keep you around. People like us are so rare, so rare, so.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's Zam YouTube? It's your girl, the goddess in the back. Ooh, with another one,
Go
yeah. Girl. Alright guys, so jealousy is a demon. Don't let it possess you. Before we get into the video though, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You heard me? You are more than welcome to think that anything I say on my channel is a bunch of tomfoolery. You are more than welcome to think that anything I say is crazy, or that I am crazy, or that I may need psychiatric help. You are more than welcome to disagree with anything I say on this channel, because why? What you think is valid in your world. Let me repeat that. What you think is valid in your world, okay? I'm not here to persuade you to believe what I believe. I'm just here to provoke thoughts. I'm just here to shake some shit up. I'm here to stir some shit up, okay? So, this channel is about freedom of thoughts. Think how you want to think. So, if you think Bigfoot and Sasquatch is real, baby, it's the channel for you. If you think aliens and mermaids and fairies exist, it's the channel for you. Alright, now let's get into the video. Jealousy is a demon. Don't let it possess you, because this spirit, this energy, this emotion can urge you to do negative things. And it can, and it is also a manipulator. It can manipulate you into believing illusions. It'll create illusions and manipulate you into believing those illusions. And then with when believing those illusions, it could cause you to act out and act on and do certain things to people, to innocent people, because you decided to be delusional. Or you attached your mind, you attached yourself to this thought process, this thought pattern that is very, very, very toxic. So today we're going to get into the types of jealousy. I got 4 jealousy types. These are jealousy types that I've experienced from other people, and these are jealousy types that I these are jealousy types that I have been, except for number 4. I've never been number 4, but I've been the other 3. And you know, I got my karma by experiencing it from the other way around, right? So that's how I learned that, okay, that's delusional, that's crazy, and I need to learn how, and I need to start paying attention to my thoughts and not believe every single thought that comes to my mind. All right, so number 1 is the ones who lack self-awareness. See, this spirit has to feed off of your insecurities. So what it does is, in this case, when people lack self-awareness, people don't see, you know, and what I mean by lack self-awareness, people will display certain types of behaviors, but they don't realize that they display those types of behaviors, but they're very, very, very quick to point those same behaviors, their own behaviors, out in other people, if that makes sense. Because like I said, that insecure, it feeds off of insecurity. So because that spirit is draining them, and feeding up their insecurity. That person needs to feel better about themselves. You know what I mean? They have this desire to feel good about themselves. So the only way I can feel good about myself is if I point out the negative things in people that I don't like in myself, but not aware of the fact that I do the same, that I display the same, but not even aware that I display the same behavior. That makes any sense. If that makes any sense. So, about to give you a story time. So I was cool with this girl in high school, right? And this girl would do certain things, say certain things, act a certain way, right? But because I wasn't jealous of her, I never pointed those things out. I never said anything because I accepted her for who she was. You know what I mean? Thinking that she was doing the same thing, but turns out not. But anyways, so I accepted her for who she was. One day she started talking to this dude, and this dude and her kissed, right? She told me about it, whatever, right? So I had second period with this dude. This is in high school, y'all. I had second period with this dude, and this dude came up to me because he knows that me and this girl was friends. He knew that me and this girl was always together, and we talked to each other every single day, right? So he comes up to me to talk to me about her. He's telling me all of these things. You know, I think this, and I feel this way, and I feel that way, and she cool, and this and that and the third, right? And I was like, yeah, she told me y'all kissed, right? So he goes back and tells this girl why he I don't know what he said, but I'm guessing it was along the lines of asking her why she told me. Even though he was telling me things that I didn't even know, that she didn't even tell me, but he was telling me things about her and how he felt about her and things like that. So I didn't think it was a big deal, right? So she comes back to me and says, why did you tell him that you run your mouth too much, you be telling people business? And so I'm like, dang, well, I didn't know. I was like, he came up to me and started talking to me about, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think nothing of it, right? So then, ever since then, she used that to shame me and to make me out to be this person that I wasn't. To make me out to be this person that just told people's business, when that was not the type of person that I was at all, like whatsoever. I've never told anybody's business ever. So anyways, long story short, people would come up to me, friends of mine, my friends, because she was new to the school that year. So it was my friends, people that I was friends with since 8th grade, coming up to me telling me things that she done said, that she done told her, that she done told them that I said. So anyway, she held that over my head for the entire rest of the school year. She didn't realize that it was jealousy, but it was jealousy. The reason why it was jealousy was because she wanted to be me. She wanted to look how I looked. She wanted to dress how I dressed. And she wanted to be friends and be validated by my friends. And she wanted to be validated by my friends. She wanted to be down so damn bad, to the point where she would throw me under the bus and turn on me just to be validated by them. So that's the first type of jealousy. So don't be that type of hoe. Don't be a hoe. Okay? Now, number 2 is the liars. The liar. So this is another form of trying to feel good about yourself after you done did some trifling shit to somebody out of jealousy. So this is a person who knows that they're jealous. This is a person who knows that they're jealous and they did trifling shit. And then after doing that trifling shit, they do trifling shit, and then when shit breaks, when all hell breaks loose and you respond or you react to that trifling shit that they did, and y'all fall out and y'all not cool anymore, or whatever the case may be, that person tends to go lie to everybody and everybody to everybody they know, to make themselves feel better about the trifling shit that they did, which is the reason why y'all are no longer cool, which is the reason why all hell broke loose and beef started. Okay? So this is an example, a story time that I'm gonna give. So in a older video titled How I Manifested $10,000, I spoke about being in this roommate situation with this dude. Yes, it was just a roommate situation. Me and this dude was not clapping cheeks. He was clapping cheeks, but they weren't mine. I heard it every night with a different girl every single night. Now, why did I choose to be in a roommate situation with a dude? Because I didn't have any female friends at the time in Houston. And this dude was, well, actually, that's not even a reason either. The reason is because this dude had nowhere to go. He didn't have no apartment to come back to because he got evicted, but he was driving trucks over the road, like to different states. And he got evicted prior to starting that job. Credit is messed up. Everything is messed up. So when he was off, he had no apartment to go to. So he used to come to mine. He used to sleep on my couch when I had my own apartment. So anyways, long story short, my lease was almost up and he did not want to work at that job anymore. So I told him, I made the suggestion to get a 2-bedroom and split the rent, since you here anyways. So he agreed, and that's what we did. Now, fast forward. This guy got fired from his job and purposely did not get another one because he was jealous of the fact that I did not have to work, and I was still getting money, and at that time I had just started my YouTube channel, and I started my little crop top line, my crop top t-shirt line, store or whatever. And I was like, yeah, about to do my thing. I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for, right? And he purposely didn't go get a job. He purposely chose to sit there every single day and let that pile up. Because it made him, for some reason or another, it made him feel better about himself. Or bringing her down with me feels better. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring her down with me, or I'm gonna ruin her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to ruin her or sabotage her because I can't do what she does. I can't do what she's doing. You see what I'm saying? So this dude would, after, you know, all hell would break loose, this dude would go to other people and tell other people lies. He would use my reaction after he done did trifling stuff. He would use my reaction to slander and create a false perception of me to everybody we know and everybody he knows. Not to mention, this dude was a slob. He was a pig, and he was trifling. And I used to curse his ass out every single day to clean up behind himself, because I was not trying to live in a cesspool. Because I was trying not to live in a cesspool. So I was holding him accountable for his own trifling ways, trying to make him better, because talking to him nicely didn't work. So when I talked to him crazy, that's when he started to react. But because his little feelings would get hurt, he chose to hurry up and get a job and leave. And say, well, now you stuck with this debt. Now I'm gone. Right? Now, during that time, this dude was, because he wasn't working, he was stealing from me and did all types of fraud on my account, because he was a trifling ass human being. I ain't even gonna get into details, but he was a trifling ass human being. So while he's going to tell all of these other people that, oh, she said this to me, she said that to me, she did this to me, she did that to me, she said this about me, she said that about me, but he's not telling those people that the reason why I did that was because, the reason why I talked to him that way was because he was a slob. He didn't tell people that I talked to him that way because he was stealing my money. He didn't tell those people that he's the one that put us in debt and was behind on the rent and left me there stranded. Not knowing that I didn't have no means. Well, I did. I could have paid. I did have a lot of money saved up, but that was a lot of. That's a big chunk of my money. The rent is $1,500, $1,400, and I had to pay. And we were already 3 months behind. Okay. Then on top of the fact that he tried to sabotage my t-shirts, started sabotaging my t-shirt business and try to put me in a position where I couldn't even continue with that. And it's now telling and told everybody that it's just lying to everybody about his side of the situation, what his behavior and his contribution to the situation. So with that being said, don't be a hoe. Don't be that kind of hoe. All right. Number 3 is the humblers, because that jealousy feeds off your insecurities. So these people are, because that demon is draining them. Those people have a desire to feel better. They need to feel better about themselves. Okay, so they will listen to you, tell your story, and then pretend like, it's like they're giving you advice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just telling you what's best for you, when really it's them trying to knock you down a couple steps, push you back or hold you back, and give you advice that's not good for you, just so that they can feel better about themselves, because they feel like you are above them, you are one-upping them. So they want you to be in that same position, or they want to be above you. So they will tell you things like they're giving you advice because they want to humble you. Because they want to humble you. They want you to lower yourself because you are not that great. That's why these things happen to you, because you are not that great, and you need to go back to this, or you need to stick to this, because it makes them feel better. They want to feel better about themselves. All right, and the last but not least, number 4, the psychotic. You have the psychotic ones. The psychotic people are all three of those put together and more. So the psychotic one lacks self-awareness, is a liar and a humbler. And then when none of those tactics work, okay, they will, something in their minds, this entity, this spirit, this energy will urge them or tell them, okay, that person doesn't deserve that. She don't deserve that. Everything she got has been handed to her. Everything she got because she was lucky. She don't know hard work. She don't know about this. She don't know about that. She don't know about none of that. So I'm gonna take it from her. I'm gonna try to stop her. I'm gonna destroy her. So they're gonna make it their life's mission, their soul mission, to stop and block you from doing the things that you are set out to do. Now, I told you, I've been every single type of jealous except this one. I had never, ever, ever acted on my jealousy. I never, ever, ever tried to sabotage someone. Okay? I just got over it. I got over it and started to realize, well, I'm just going to start putting the work in to do what I want to do. I'm going to start being aware of myself. I'm going to start paying attention to my own thoughts and making sure that, you know, I'm not believing in illusions. I chose to heal. I chose to ascend. I chose to raise my vibration. It's what I chose to do. But see, some people, they can't do that. Some people, because they've attached themselves to that energy, to that spirit, to that thought form, it gets deeper and deeper and worse. And we're gonna get deep into that psychotic state, to the point where they're saying that feeling like they have that much power over you to create outcomes or stop outcomes in your life. So the entity or the voice or whatever in their heads is telling them, go ahead, do it. She don't deserve that. Take that from her. Stop that. Stop her. Block her. Because she don't deserve that. So now you're just a full-blown demon. Because that's what the devil did to God. That's why the devil is God. That's why the devil is the devil, because Lucifer or Satan was an angel at first. But that angel decided that he wanted to usurp God. He wanted to control things like God controlled things. Where you can't control God, because God created this. God created you. How in the world do you feel like you can control the creator? So these people start to play God. These people start to feel like they can play God in someone's life. These people start to feel like they can play they can control you and control your destiny and take away what God has given to you. Okay? So don't be that type of hoe. Don't be that type of hoe. Now, with that being said, there are people who like to be like, oh, everything you got was given to you, all of this stuff. Now, mind you, some of these people have watched me work my ass off. I was working, when I first moved to Houston, I was working 2 jobs. I was serving tables at Papacitos, and I was working at a blow dry bar. A blow dry bar is just a hair salon that does not do anything but blow dry style. So blow dry, anything where you blow dry and style, curl and iron, flat iron, up to whatever. So I'm working 2 jobs. I'm getting off at Papacitos at 1 o'clock I'm getting home from Papacitos at 1 o'clock in the morning, having to get up to go to my other job for 8 o'clock that night. Some of these people sat there and watched me, came home at 5 o'clock from their 9 to 5 every single day and sat their ass on the couch and watched TV until they was tired and went and then got in the bed. Some of these people watched me. These people watched me invest in myself. They watched me create. They watched me pay for and design my website. They watched me buy my t-shirts wholesale and bulk. They watched me go and get those t-shirts made. They watched me, cut them into crop tops. You know what I'm saying? They watched me put in the work. They watched me put the work in. They watched me pay for beats and studio time out my own pocket. They watched me do singing lessons. They watched me and came to the studio with me. Some of these people have more than me. Some of these people drive luxury cars or on successful podcasts. You know what I'm saying? And is making pretty good money. I drive a Toyota Corolla. Some of these, you know what I'm saying? Like, I drive a Toyota Corolla and shop at Target while you in some kind of luxury car on a podcast going viral and wearing designer clothes. You know what I'm saying? So people are jealous. When they're jealous of, you never know what they're jealous of. You never know what type of, like, what's going on in people's minds. So I just wanted to make this video to tell y'all, like, pay attention to these types of behaviors. Okay, this is just my experience. Let me know about different other behaviors, you know what I'm saying, if I'm missing something. But you never know what's going on in people's minds. This could be, and people will pretend and act like they are your friends, like they care about you, and the whole entire time they're thinking all types of ways about you. They're good at hiding, and these type of people are good at hiding the way that they feel. All right, so that is all I have for y'all today, and that is what jealousy would do to you. So don't be a hoe. Y'all have a good one. And I also want to add that I was paying for ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and out of pocket, and it kept getting reported. And I also had to deal with spell work being thrown at me. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe that, and that's fine, but that's my story. There was never a point in time that I didn't work to get the things, to get to where I wanted to go. I also paid for those singing lessons out of pocket. Working at Chili's, not even making no money. Working at Chili's 3 days a week, cosmetology school the other 3 days. I don't have no already famous family members. I don't have no already famous baby fathers. I'm doing this by myself. Never been in a position where I could rely on anybody. even the people I helped and supported. So again, let me remind you, don't be a hoe.